When you are in Amsterdam, all you want to do is to enjoy the picturesque walks along the canals or visit all those interesting, vibrant museums that the city has to offer. However, I feel it leaves a very important question unanswered. What do you do after you've finished all the touristy bits?
I don't think I've ever been this excited to explore Amsterdam as in this episode. Together, you and me, we will taste local beers,
Oh, mamma mia.
and wines.
I'm currently in the winery, and behind the glass we have the wine shop and the restaurant.
And cocktails that are steeped in Dutch history, an eye-shining example of how amazing Amsterdam is.
How Dutch is this?
We're pretty much going to bounce around the entire city across 4 very distinct neighborhoods, and for our very first location, we're going to Amsterdam East to visit the lads at Poesiat Kater brewery. These beer heads are not only brewing awesome modern craft beers, but have also revived authentic Amsterdam beer recipes from the 1880s.
So I am Julian Alvarez. I'm the head brewer and co-founder of brewery Poesiat Kater. We started the company building on the steps of what was once the biggest brewery in Amsterdam in the 1880s. And that brewery was founded in 1733. We had the chance to bring back in the market some of the historical recipes that this brewery was brewing back then. And we decided to get our founding name, Poesiat Kater, is because there were 2 workers at this brewery that did a lot of really cool stuff for Amsterdam. And they were Bart Poesiat and Klaas Kater. Originally, our brewery was at the tasting room. After seeing this and seeing that, you're not going to understand how that can be. We moved in here because we wanted to keep on brewing all the beers that we sell. All the beers that you can find at our proof local are brewed here, which is 1 kilometer from the location.
As fresh as it gets?
As fresh as it gets.
After learning a little bit more about the beer making process, it was time to visit the Poesiat Kater tap room and try some of the local beers, as well as finally get a taste of a beer that was served in Amsterdam over 200 years ago. And as I entered the tap room, I couldn't help but just be impressed by the menu.
I really like this tap room. It really does look pretty grand. It's almost like a chapel to beer. It's a 2-story building with very high ceilings. Look at this. And I came here specifically to try their stout beer, which is a historic recipe and which these guys have revived.
I would start with our Visse Weizen. That's a traditional Weizen, but brewed with kaffir lime. Very creamy and soft beer, but with a very strong twist of kaffir lime.
Ooh, very nice and light, cloudy beer. I really actually like it.
Then I will probably move to the Hilly Hoppy Sour Raw Ale. Slightly sour, so it's a very nice beer if you're not used to drinking sours to get into it. And very hoppy and not bitter.
I feel like I'm a diamond inspector who is like, ooh, look at this color. Ooh. If I was to describe it, it's like IPA with a little bit of like sour note underneath it, which is really nice, something unexpected. Very interesting combination. Well done.
Then I will go to maybe Little Smuggling, 3.1%, but it experiences a very big beer. So we packed a lot of flavor and experience in a very light beer. Very hoppy, very citrus forward.
Very nice. I love it. It has a lot of hoppiness, a lot of sourness. It's a perfect beer to sit on your summer terrace, enjoy the sun, and just kind of have a lovely, fabulous time. I've heard that I'm supposed to try your very historical stout.
Yes. That's a beer that was brewed for the first time around 1850. It was in the 1880s to the 1900s. It was the most consumed beer in the Netherlands. We got the original recipe from the widow of the last brew director in 1992. She gave it to us, now she passed away. We have the right now to brew that beer, and we're doing it with a lot of pride and winning medals every year with it.
Also, can I just say, it looks proper dark. Very dark, very chocolatey. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's like a cherry on top. Kind of like dessert in a glass type of situation here. Good stuff, guys.
Good stuff indeed. Honestly, what a fantastic start to our day. And for our next spot, we're visiting a cocktail bar that is located just 2 minutes away from the lively and buzzing Dapper Market.
Can I just point your attention at this? This is not a decoration. This is a cheeky one. I think he's waiting for some fish.
When in Amsterdam, I feel like you definitely should check out the Amsterdam East neighborhood. And we have thoroughly explored this neighborhood in one of our videos. I will link it in the description box below for you to go and check it out. We are here for Bar Botanic, a real oasis in the city, pun intended. Let's pop in and check it out.
My name is Francis. I'm an assistant manager here and we're located in Amsterdam East.
So if you were to explain Bar Botanic to the people who don't know anything about it, what would you say?
I think I would say that it's a very accessible place for everyone around the neighborhood. Homely vibes, like really Amsterdamish. Like during the day, it's a cafe. During the night, it's a restaurant. I think it's also a good spot for your dates. We have many dates coming around here.
What I find interesting about Bar Botanic is that this space used to be an elementary school gymnasium. And I really like how Bar Botanic is paying its homage to their history by hiding hoops of various sizes in their lush and vibrant greenery. And honestly, it looks rather stunning in person.
And of course we came here to try your gorgeous cocktails. What sort of cocktails are we going to be trying here today?
We have the tulip spritz and we have elderflower, mint and lime in it. And it's actually vodka made from tulips. Yeah, it's this Dutch company who makes it, so it's very Dutch. You get a nice flower on top of it to refer back to that tulip.
Can I just point out that I do have a lovely tulip in my cocktail glass. How Dutch is this? Ooh, it's very summery. It's very refreshing, and a little bit of that fresh lemonade with cava add a little bit of that sparkliness to the cocktail, and I really enjoy the fact that it's a pretty big glass. So they're very generous here, and tulip vodka tastes like vodka. It's really good.
After sampling some of Bar Botanic's food offerings, their artichoke salad was to die for.
It's like a garden party in my mouth.
It was time to find the ferry that will take me all the way to Amsterdam North to check out the most unique winery that I have ever heard of.
Oh, this is Chateau Amsterdam. We are currently in Amsterdam North, and this is the very first winery in the Netherlands. Let's check out what these guys are all about. I'm ready to drink some wine.
But what is an urban winery? Great question. Why don't we ask one of the founders of Chateau Amsterdam?
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm the co-founder of Chateau Amsterdam, and we are here in our urban winery. That is to say, we are a wine production company with a tasting room, a restaurant, and a shop in Amsterdam North. The whole innovation about the idea, obviously, is to not transport the bottles, but to transport the grapes. So we bring actually the wine production process to the city, so people can actually be very much in contact with it. We work together with 7 countries now, but we transport 22 different kind of grapes.
These barrels come from a winery in France. They're really, really old. And if you look closer, they actually have all those like nicks and dents and imperfections, which means that these barrels have been used indeed. And they were the very first barrels where Chateau Amsterdam wine was held, which is wonderful.
I was really excited to finally taste some of this Amsterdam wine for myself, and to provide you guys with a little more knowledge, I've asked Chateau Amsterdam own wine expert Terry to join me.
So I am a shop manager and also tasting room manager here at Chateau Amsterdam, and my name is Terry. Terry from Australia. We will start with the Chenin Blanc Garganega. This is a really delicious white. Chenin Blanc coming from the Loire Valley and Garganega coming from the Veneto region in Italy.
Shall we taste it?
Yeah, yum. I'm not sure that I'm doing it right, to be honest.
Don't even watch me.
What did you do just there?
We're just sucking in some air just to kind of open the wine in the mouth to get some more flavors in. So
Okay, so it's really crispy at the very beginning, and then it kind of goes slightly towards like the sour note.
the acidity there is to structure the wine, making it actually a very, very good food pairing wine.
The winemaking process is a lot about making creative choices in very different points in time as well. We produce 3 different ranges of wines, so we call them grandsons, sons, and fathers. In our sons line, we go for a 2-country blend each time, and that line is very much about innovation. Very playful wines consisting of grapes from 2 different countries where they never met before. They meet each other in that bottle.
This is the orange wine, so Pinot Grigio and also Chenin Blanc. Orange wine is white grapes that make white wine fermented on skins. Yes, and that's what gives it the color. So it's got nothing to do with red grapes or anything like that. This one's actually been fermented inside what we call an amphora vessel, which is a big clay pot. It gives it like a bit of an earthy note to the wine, and especially with orange wine, it really kind of brings out the kind of like authenticness of the wine in particular.
Wow.
This one's a bit of a winner actually. A lot of people really love it.
And it does look orange. Oh, yeah.
Can you get it?
Yeah, I think for me it's more easygoing, but I feel like it's a little bit more boozy, no?
It is, yes, it's a little bit more. It's a bit hotter as well, isn't it? Yeah.
I couldn't help but notice with the bigger barrels that you have, you also have a lovely yellow sticker which says, you can be an owner of this barrel.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Well, we just recently learned actually that people come here to have food, or they go on the other side of the bar where we have our tasting room that's very much meant to be a place to discover the brand and discover the different wines we produce. Including in that tasting is a tour through the winery. We had a few people in that tour who said like, hey, but I really enjoyed this particular barrel. So I don't want it to be a blend of these different barrels. I really want this barrel as my own. We call it adopt a barrel. So they become like the godfather of a barrel.
I like it. You come here, you have your dinner, and then you leave with a big barrel.
Actually, you leave with owning a barrel, and in the end of the process, they bottle the wine together with the winemaker, and they bring home 270 bottles. And then they share it with friends, or they share it on a wedding.
So last one, this is a beautiful red. So this is the Sangiovese Cabernet Franc. In a way, it's almost like a super Tuscan. It's very like cool, like Italian kind of note, and really nice grip on the palate as well. This is a beautiful little wine in my opinion. So very, very nice and vibrant, got good structure. It's just the quality of the fruit is just definitely there.
Ooh, playful. Very playful.
I know.
Oh.
It's a bit of a what there, isn't it?
Yeah. In my books, I always think of a red wine kind of like a heavy one. You have with your meats.
There's complexity there. There's there's definitely layers on the palate.
And I feel warm inside, so I'm like,
Yeah, you're feeling happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
happy wine.
It's a very happy wine, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, good. Terry, thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Let's do a chun chun.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers to you.
Chateau Amsterdam was amazing. For our next spot, we're going to be visiting a neighborhood wine shop with lots of character. Let's jump on a quick metro ride.
Our next spot is located in the Pipe neighborhood, which is only a 20-minute train ride from Amsterdam North. The Pipe is a wonderful neighborhood where you just want to get lost on its streets. On every corner you can see beautiful flowers, gorgeous Amsterdam houses, and lots of local shops and cafes, and wine bars, just like La Dilettante.
Hi, my name is Hans. Together with Oliver, I'm the owner of wine bar La Dilettante in the Pipe in Amsterdam.
Oh, all right, straight away. That's nice. Lovely service.
Straight away.
Okay.
From a very particular area in the Loire Valley called Fouvray.
Let's just dive into the wine.
And dive into the wine.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm wondering, we're sitting right now here in this gorgeous neighborhood, The Pipe, which is very local.
Yeah.
And I particularly enjoy this corner because on 4 different corners, you have 4 different lovely cafes. And one of the cafes happened to be your beautiful wine shop here.
Yeah.
But what is La Dilettante is all about?
La Dilettante is all about just relaxing with your friends or with the neighbors, having a glass of wine. We try to have a menu with approximately 10 to 12 wines by the glass. And we change that around like every 2-3 weeks or so. We want to keep it a bit dynamic.
Do you mind telling me a little bit more about the name, La Dilettante?
Oh, La Dilettante. So I was in Loire in France, and they make the wine La Dilettante. It's made by Pierre and Catherine Breton. So I asked her for what is La Dilettante, and she said, oh, it's a woman that does what she wants.
Oh.
And then he found me. He said, yeah, I saw this corner. Shall we go and have a look to see if it fits our wine bar plans? And I said, yeah, but if it's gonna be the place, we're gonna call it La Dilettante because our bar should be like a woman that does what she wants. There's also people that say La Dilettante is an amateur, which is okay because amateur comes from the Latin word ama, which means love. So an amateur does something out of love. And that's also what we do. So.
That's amazing.
What we have here is my favorite. This is actually my favorite grape, I think. I'll let you guess what it is. It comes from Beaujolais, so it should be very easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here until tomorrow. All right, so we have here red wine.
Red wine from Beaujolais.
From Beaujolais, it's French?
Yeah, it's French, yeah. It's a gamay, so it's usually quite light and juicy and...
This is a very light one, isn't it? Something that you can sit and drink on the terrace during summer.
During summer, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. In general, I think Gamay is quite a light wine.
From your own perspective, because you've been running your wine shop here for a couple of years, what is happening in the wine scene here in Amsterdam?
Well, I think There's a lot of natural wine bars in Amsterdam at the moment. It's a good idea because the philosophy behind it is that the farmers work clean and don't add funny stuff to the wines, you know, and so that you have as much grape in your glass as you need. These are like farmers that create their own flavors, work with their own philosophy, with the goal to keep the land that they are working on healthy and productive.
And I know you live in Amsterdam East.
Correct.
What do you like about Amsterdam the most?
What do I like about Amsterdam the most? Wow. I have to say it's Ajax.
What is that?
Ajax, it's our football club, of course.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
After showcasing my deep knowledge of the local football scene, I decided to make our way to the final spot, where we will taste a cocktail that is steeped in rich Dutch heritage.
We're here at Single 460, which is in the heart of Amsterdam, and we're here to try one of the most popular Netherlands spirits, Genever. And the cocktail we're going to be trying here today is going to be at the Flying Dutchman cocktail place. They have over 800 different unique spirits, which is one of the largest collections here in Amsterdam. So let's go and check it out. Ahoy!
Hello, my name is Timo Jansen. We are located here now in Flying Dutchman Cocktails in Amsterdam. Together with my business partner Tess, I'm the co-owner of this bar, alongside with a few other things.
Do you mind talking a little bit more about the concept of the Flying Dutchman cocktails?
I always call it an adult candy store, because when me and my business partner, when we started talking about like what kind of back bar would we like, what kind of bar would this be, and what kind of cornerstone would this bar be, and then we got into this location and we said, wow, you look at this, look at this beautiful ceiling that we got here, like it's all of this history that it permeates, like how can we honor this building, which already has so much richness to it.
As you walk into the building, the Flying Dutchman Cocktails is going to be on the second floor. And this is this gorgeous room. It has lovely high ceilings. And on one side, you have a lovely seating area. On another side, you have this massive bar, wall to wall. And one of the main reasons why I have chosen the Flying Dutchman Cocktails is because of the paintings on the ceiling. They have been created by the Dutch painter Nicolas de Hecht Stoorgarde back in the 16th century. These paintings are government protected and they are over 400 years old, which definitely adds to the whole experience. Let's taste that cocktail now, shall we?
I'm going to be making you the Flying Dutchman cocktail, created by my business partner, by Tess. And with it, she celebrates a lot of the Dutch heritage and the Dutch vibe of doing things. Of course, being in Amsterdam, you also have to celebrate the uniqueness. And I love when you go out, and you go to a specific place, you don't want to have the same back bar everywhere. And you definitely want to try something local, right? So we're celebrating that by the Bols barrel-aged Never that we're using as a base spirit. Then we got a little bit of lemon that we juice fresh, as we do with all of our citrus, to order. Then we have orange flower water and a little very special ingredient, and that's speculaas gum syrup. Now, a lot of people know it only in their cookies, speculaas cookies. But if you just think about, the speculaas word itself is just a peculiar recipe, or a cocktail, if you will, of spices. Kind of like a cocktail, it is itself is better than the sum of its parts. And I believe a perfect cocktail is better than the sum of its parts. So as a whole, it kind of takes you through the history of the Netherlands and where we are right now in a drink. As the Flying Dutchman cocktail.
Had an absolutely fantastic chat with Timo. Honestly, it wasn't just an educational chat. His passion towards every spirit is almost palpable, and I feel like being in this very historic building that dates back to the 17th century, it's only correct that we drink the Flying Dutchman cocktail. So that's exactly what Timo has created here for me. It's a very classical cocktail served in a very beautiful glass, something between the wine glass and the copette. And of course, being in Amsterdam, I'm drinking the cocktail that's main spirit is Genever. Ooh, it smells very citrusy. Cheers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If I didn't know any better, it's like gin with citrus and a little bit of that lemon juice inside. It's very refreshing, very summery. Ooh, I'm loving it. Flying Dutchman cocktail, I really enjoyed it. Cheers, guys.
Honestly, words cannot describe how amazing the vibe at the Flying Dutchman is. I love the mix of history and expertly crafted cocktails. Thank you, Timo and Tess, for looking after me. Thank you for your amazing hospitality. Plus, the views aren't half bad as well.
last 48 hours were pure fun. I honestly enjoyed exploring Amsterdam's vibrant wine, beer and cocktail scene, and honestly I felt like every single place was bringing something super unique and super awesome to the Amsterdam scene in general. And as always, all the places will be linked in the description box below. Please do let me know what was your favorite place. Leave your comments. My name is Polly and welcome to the iAmsterdam travel series, and I will see you in the next episode where we will be exploring Amsterdam East properly together.